on you, sir? How you doing? Do you have ID on you? How you doing, sir? Do you have ID on you? Sir, do you have ID on you?
Please don't impede my way of walking, please.
No, sir. You're taking pictures of everybody. I need to see some ID.
All right. So you're impeding my way of walking.
Do you have ID on you, sir?
You're impeding my way of walking.
I understand that.
Sir.
I need to see your ID, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, I need to see your ID. Sir, I need to see your ID.
I'm not giving any ID, sir.
You're taking pictures of county vehicles. I need to see your ID, sir.
Okay. So what is illegal about being a photographer?
No. You're being a photographer. But I don't know I don't know what the purposes of your pictures of county vehicles are for.
So
you were at the courthouse yesterday taking photos as well, right?
What is the purpose?
Can I see your ID, sir?
I don't have an ID on me, sir.
You have nothing on you?
You're impeding my way. I would like to go.
You can't right now.
And what is the reason why I can't go?
I just need to talk to you real quick because you're taking pictures of county complex.
I don't want to talk anymore.
Then you need to stand right here while make sure that you're not wanted for something. How about that? Stand right here for me. Please don't move. Sir, stay right here for me. Okay.
Gotta make sure this falls under the light.
All right. You have no ID on you whatsoever? Give your... What's your name, sir? You're not going to identify yourself to the police? Or you're not going to identify yourself to the police, sir? We have ways to find out who you are. You're not going to identify yourself? Okay. All right, stand right here for me until we find out who you are.
What am I being detained for, sir?
You're taking pictures of county vehicles and county buildings.
Okay, so is that a crime?
Right now, you need to identify yourself to the police. If we're stopping to talk to you, yes, you need to identify yourself to me.
Is that a crime?
You need to identify yourself to me.
So
that's going to be a crime.
Let me get your ID and where you live at, and then let me.
I'm not going to tell you where I live.
Then why should I tell you where I live?
Because I am stopping to talk to you. I need to see your ID.
So you just stop and ID
You're
people
taking photos of government buildings and government property.
Okay.
So I need to see your ID.
All right, and that's a crime?
I need to see your ID to figure out who you are.
All right.
And plus, you're covering your face in a public place.
So if I was Muslim and I was wearing a hijab, you would say that to somebody?
No, you're not wearing a hijab. You're wearing a Redskins hat.
Okay, but you said a mask.
You're wearing a face mask.
Yes, and that's similar to a hijab, correct?
Are you saying you're Muslim?
No, I'm not, but I'm just giving you an example, sir. So if I was wearing a hijab and somebody was walking down...
That would be different. That would be different. That's religion. Are you telling me you're Muslim?
I have no...
You're not Muslim then. So then you...
I have nothing to do about that, sir. I'm trying to make a point.
You're wearing a Redskins hat and a black mask in public.
I'm trying to make a point.
So what he's trying to say is you're not wearing it for a religious purpose. You're just wearing it to wear it.
Because it's cold outside.
To cover your face. Do
you see that officer right there?
Identity.
Let me just get... I'm going to walk over there to make sure.
No, stay right here.
All right. Please don't touch my... You see that officer right there?
No.
All right. Well, if you turn around, he's wearing the exact same mask that I'm wearing, even with glasses. All right. So if that is a crime, whatever you're going to ask me or write me a citation, you should do the exact same thing for this officer right now.
Do you ride a motorcycle?
So now it's only for if you ride motorcycles.
That is an officer. That is property of our department. He can wear that mask while he's driving.
And this is property of mine. I can wear it if it's cold outside.
Okay, then you need to identify. So why don't you pull it down so I can see your face?
So let me see this officer's ID then. And when he identifies him where he lives at, then I would like to.
That's not how it works.
Okay, well then, sir, this is kind of like a circular conversation, right?
No.
It is. It's very circular conversation. You're asking for something.
I'm asking
giving
for
you
ID that you're not giving
to me.
And
I'm telling you, sir, that I don't have any ID on me.
You can give me your name?
I don't want to give my name, sir.
Right, that's the problem.
So now you're telling me...
How do I know that you're not wanted?
So now you're telling me that when you're just walking down the street, you can just go to somebody and say, hey, let me see your ID.
No, if I see someone taking pictures of a government building, I can walk up and say, can I see your ID? You're taking
and
pictures
they have
of a government building.
And then they have an option to say, I have it or I don't, correct?
No.
So they just need to give it to you.
If the police come out and talk to you and say,
you just need to give it to them.
You need to provide
What's
ID.
that penal code then?
What's that?
What's that penal code? What's the
PO code?
The penal code. What is it? What's the law?
You need to identify yourself to the police if we're asking you for your
identification. What's the law saying that?
Why don't you look it up? Do
Well,
you
no, I
Are you a
don't.
lawyer?
No, I'm not.
You seem to know the law.
But are you a law officer?
I am.
So you should know the law, correct?
You need to identify yourself.
So then
to me
I'm
if
asking you
for your
to
name.
tell me
Sir,
what
we're
the
not
law-
going down this road.
Exactly,
You need
it's
to
a
identify
circular
yourself.
conversation,
No, we're not.
sir.
You need to identify yourself to us. Otherwise, you need to identify yourself.
Otherwise, you're taking my rights away from me, essentially.
I'm not taking your rights away.
You are. You're telling me to identify myself when I'm
Yes.
just walking down on a...
You're not just walking down. You're taking pictures of a government building.
Yeah.
Taking pictures of government property.
And I'm not allowed to do that? That's
No.
a crime?
Well, we need to identify, see who you are.
Is that a crime? Yes or no?
You cannot take pictures of a government building.
That's a crime. To take pictures of a...
You have no ID on you whatsoever. So if we search you have nothing on you?
I don't consent to any searches, sir.
Okay, well, we'll see about that.
So I talked to Sarge, I talked to a supervisor, I'm Officer Gardner, type please. So you understand our concern today?
I don't understand your
Okay.
concern,
So
sir.
what were you? I missed the beginning of it, so I don't want to say third party. What was your purpose for being out here today?
I'm just taking pictures.
Okay. What are you taking pictures of?
I'm just taking pictures.
Okay. You're just out taking pictures.
Correct.
Is there for any reason?
For my own use.
For your own use?
Yes.
Okay. So we talked to our supervisor. They told you about the mask, so that's why you can understand our concern, right? When people are out taking pictures of government buildings or cruisers, you can understand as law enforcement why we get concerned about that, right?
No.
You don't see why
You
it's
don't see
concern?
any concern in that?
No, I don't, sir.
Okay. Well, I think most people would probably agree that it's concerning if people are coming up and taking pictures, especially this day and age. And
What do you mean by this day and age?
This day and
sir?
age was like there's wars and stuff going on, and people plotting, and Boston Marathon bombings and stuff like that. So when people are
All
taking
right.
pictures,
Well,
usually,
I have nothing to do
usually-
about that,
No,
sir.
I'm not accusing you. I'm telling you from our perspective why we come out and why it's our job to investigate, because we want to make sure that everybody's going to be safe and sound, right? That's our job as law enforcement.
Correct.
Okay, so that's why.
But-
So when we
so
meet somebody
I
walking around,
completely
let me
understand that,
finish, and
sir.
I'll let you
Yeah.
talk. So from our perspective, that's why we're concerned. Okay, we have somebody out here in a mask who doesn't want to identify themselves to law enforcement, who's taking pictures of government buildings. That's our job. That's our job to figure out what's going on. And then when somebody doesn't want to cooperate, that raises even more questions. Okay, so
right.
do you understand that now? Or do you understand from where I'm coming from, my perspective?
I can see where you're coming
Okay,
from, but
perfect.
now let's try to see where I'm
Okay,
coming
go
from,
ahead.
right? So I'm just walking down the street, and I'm taking pictures, and all of a sudden, you guys just want to ID me, correct?
No, that's not correct. You were not just walking down the street taking pictures of trees or birds.
Yes, I
You're taking
was.
pictures of government buildings.
No, yes, I was.
Okay.
I was taking a picture of everything that I can see.
Yep. Okay.
Wherever my eye can see, that's what I was taking pictures of.
Okay. Well,
Correct? And is that a crime, taking pictures? Yes or no?
No, you're out in public, you can
So
take
what am
pictures.
I doing here right now with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 officers around me that I'm not allowed to walk freely?
Well, that's our job. And
Okay, so
we're asking. I've never said you can't walk freely.
Mr. Walsh
we're
did, I
asking-
believe.
well,
And
because-
when I tried to walk by, I think Mr. Parrish said I can't go anywhere.
Well,
So
because-
that's to me is impeding my way, correct? I asked you why you're impeding my way.
Because we're
I
still
said
trying to
we're
figure
trying
out.
to
We're still
investigate
trying
who
to
you are and
obtain
what you're doing.
information.
Okay, so-
we're still trying to obtain information.
Great.
You can see our concern, right? You said you've agreed. You can see our concern.
I didn't
That-
say
that's
anything.
our
I
job.
can see where you're coming from. That's
Okay.
not understanding where I'm coming from, but I can understand where you're coming from. Sure. But it has nothing to do about me walking around taking pictures, sir.
Is there a reason why you don't want to identify yourself?
I don't need to. It's not. I haven't committed a crime.
I'll just say, if you cooperate with law enforcement, we get your name,
Okay, so how about this? What's your name, sir?
Officer Gardner.
Can I see your ID?
Why do you want to see my ID?
Because you want to see mine.
I have a. This was issued by my
No,
department.
no, sir. I
My
understand.
name's
I
on
see
my-
that, Mr. Gardner,
my
right?
name's on my-
I understand that, sir. But let me see your ID, your Virginia State or your.
law enforcement?
No, not
Okay, so
And-
you don't need to see my identification. This,
correct.
This right here. is
And
my
you
ID.
don't
But
need
we're
to.
law enforcement.
That's our
I
job.
understand, but you're
So
law
we need to see your
enforcement.
ID.
You guys are
Identify
here
you.
to uphold the law, correct?
Correct.
Yeah,
So what law have I broken?
We didn't say
No,
this.
hold on. What law have I broken?
Well, first of all, wearing a mask in public is something of concern. Okay, so it's class
Okay.
6. It's a class 6 felony.
Wearing a
There's
mask,
there's certain
please
certain
watch what
provisions-
you guys are saying. Wearing a
You're
mask in
interrupting me, so
public.
I can't even finish
There
what I'm
are
saying.
millions
Okay.
of people that wear masks because of their
I-
religion belief.
I agree.
And are you trying to tell me that that is something suspicious?
As we talked about before, though, you said you're not wearing that for religious
I
reasons,
didn't say.
correct?
All I said, sir, is I'm making a comparison. That's all I'm doing. He's saying that I can't wear a mask in public. I made a comparison that people do wear a mask in public. So are you stopping them on the side of the road, asking them for their ID?
Because that's part of the religious belief,
Okay, so.
which is not part of your religious belief.
Okay,
you just
so
said.
no, I did not say. I have it all on camera. We can actually rewind that. All I'm saying, sir, is I don't have to give any of my ID to you guys. I asked you guys politely if I'm committing a crime. You guys said no, correct? So then when I'm trying to walk, I can't leave. I don't understand, sir.
Because we need to find out who you are before you can go free to go.
And all right, so 4 minutes ago I said this is going to be a circular conversation, right?
So you're not going to identify yourself at all to us.
No, sir. I don't feel like I need to.
You're required to identify yourself to law enforcement if we stop to talk to you.
What law is that? And like I said, I'm not a lawyer, right? But you.
So here's the deal. I'm their supervisor.
How you doing today, sir?
So what is your intent and purpose of being on county property taking pictures today?
I'm a photographer, and
Okay.
the last thing I knew, this is public property,
It
correct?
is public property,
Okay.
but let me just put it in perspective of the people that are calling in because they were concerned. They have a person that is masked. Yes, it is cold. They are taking pictures of the building. They're not sure if you're being a photographer or if you're being a person that is doing setting up for either an attack or reconnaissance for whatever malfeasance that certain individuals might do. So we're trying to identify who you are and why you're here. We have identified why you're here, but we don't know who you are.
Okay.
So do you have any physical ID?
All right.
Do
Like-
you have any physical ID?
Like I explained to Mr.
Do
Walsh,
you have
sir.
any physical ID?
No, I
Driver's
don't,
license,
sir.
walker's ID?
Like I explained to Mr. Walsh, no, I don't, sir.
Do you have any form of
Like
identification
I,
upon your person?
like I explained to Mr. Walsh when he asked me, I
Okay.
said no, right? So
Okay.
like I said to
Have
him
you provided
earlier,
them your name or information?
no, I have not.
You do need to provide that because we need to identify who you are.
So-
that also requires you to remove your mask temporarily while we identify who you are.
All right, so
And now, if you continue to refuse, you can be arrested for a felony charge of wearing a mask in public.
okay,
So, what is your decision? What do you want to do? Do
Once-
you wish to identify yourself, or are you going to continue to refuse?
am I allowed to go?
No, you're under
So-
investigation right now, trying to
For
find
what
out why you're
crime?
doing
For what crime, sir?
your suspicious activity.
Okay, so
Okay.
is suspicious activity a crime? And Mr. Hill, is suspicious activity
Currently,
a crime?
you're detained because you're wearing a mask in public and refusing to identify yourself.
Show
That
me-
is the charge.
What is what is that statute or penal code that I can't wear a mask, sir?
It is under 18.2 422 prohibition of wearing a mask in certain places. It shall be unlawful for any person over the age of 16 years of age with the intent to conceal his identity wear any mask, hood, or other device whereby a substantial portion of the face is hidden.
Okay, so
you currently
perfect.
are-
So
you
the first
currently-
sentence you said, sir, was in certain places. Is there a sign on
Sir,
this?
are you refusing to remove your mask and identify yourself?
Sir.
Are you refusing to remove your mask and identify yourself? Yes or no? Yes or no? Well, it's a simple question. And I'm gonna have to assume that it's gonna be a no, which means you're gonna be put in place under arrest.
For what
All you
crime?
I just told you.
Okay,
Now, are you
Oh, no,
refusing?
okay.
Are you refusing
I just
to
told you
remove
my
your?
name.
Are you refusing to remove your mask? Completely, sir. Thank you.
Yep.
What is your name and
I
date of
just
birth?
gave it to you.
I didn't hear you because you were
So now-
talking at the same time I was
Mondela
talking.
Poku. So now I'd like
Whoa,
to
whoa,
plead the fifth. I just gave you my name, so now I'd like to plead the fifth.
And your date of birth, sir.
I don't-
we have to be able to
Nope.
identify you by
I'm
pulling
not-
you up in the system.
That is great. I just gave you my name. Now I'm pleading the fifth, sir. I've answered your questions.
Okay.
Now am
What
I
is your
allowed to
date
go?
of birth? Because we need to be able to identify you. Because I can say I'm the same person
Great.
with a date of birth. Since you don't have any physical
Just
ID,
take this
we need to
information and
run
you're
your
good to go.
information.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm not. I already gave it to you, sir. I already gave you all
Can you
that
spell He's
information.
gonna write it down. Can you spell it for
I
me?
already gave it to you. I'm sorry that there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 officers that didn't understand that.
Well, that's the problem
mean-
because you've been pushing the system the entire time. Because right now, the charge was the wearing the mask in public, and you're rising to the level of disorderly conduct and obstruction of justice. We don't want to do that. We want you to be able to
Disorderly
walk off
conduct,
and take
sir.
your. Yes, sir.
Have I described this? I've been talking to you in a very calm manner.
You
have
have been.
Have I raised my voice at you, sir?
No, but you've now you're causing a disturbance within the public because everybody's watching what you're doing here.
That has
You're
not-
also obstructing justice because we're not able to do our investigation. Those are the two things. So To make it easier on yourself and make you free
To
to,
make
go.
it to make it easier on yourself, sir.
No, I'm making
okay.
it
So
easy
I'm
for
gonna
you.
I'm gonna be done. I'm done talking, sir.
Okay, sir. We just need your name, date of birth.
I'm done talking.
Then once we get that information, we can look into the DMV system to make sure that your photo matches that person. If that doesn't happen, then unfortunately we got to go to the next step, which is you're gonna have to go.
You don't mind if I back up here just for my safety? I feel a
No,
little.
sir.
Okay,
No.
so no problem. I'm
No.
gonna stay right here, sir.
So all you have to do is provide your name, date of birth, and then you'll probably be gone in the next 5 minutes, as in on your way doing whatever photography that you want. It is just a simple interaction. And all you have to do is provide your name and date of birth so that we can verify who you are. Because I can say that I'm Marco Polo, I can say that I'm the King of France, I can claim anything I want, but without picture ID or positive identification, I don't know who I'm talking to. So can you please provide your name so the officer can write the information down, get your date of birth so we can verify within DMV, looking at your picture, saying this is the person, he can have a nice day and go on. It's your choice. Which do you want to do? I'm not going to ask again. Do you wish to assist us? Or do you wish to go to jail?
I don't want to give you guys information that's going to give up my rights. For example,
You're not
sir,
giving up your rights.
I am, sir, because I haven't committed a crime.
You had. Because we had trying to identify you.
So
You
then-
refused to remove your mask. Technically, we should have arrested you after the second time.
Okay, so then-
I'm just trying to get you on your way, which is what you wish. But you're refusing to help us out.
All right. Well, it looks like we're back at what I said earlier. Circular conversation.
Do you wish to identify yourself, or do you wish to go to jail for obstruction of justice? That's what it comes down to. All you have to do is provide your name, date of birth, we identify you, and let you go. We already know that you're here for taking your pictures. That's fine. That is every legal right, but we have to identify why you're here, which we did. But we have to identify you so we can finish the process, because we don't know if you're wanted or if you're a missing person. That's the situation here. So what would you like to do?
You're not gonna identify yourself?
All right.